What's going on, guys? It's Post here, and we got ourselves another Wi-Fi battle. I haven't done one of these in a while. It's because I haven't really streamed in a while. I haven't felt that motivated to play the game in a while, but here we are. Got ourselves actually quite a few battles, and while the Twitch server is down, or I don't know if it's down, but it's having issues, so I figured I might as well go ahead and record. This is versus my buddy Rain, aka Doom Omega, and he actually just started up a stream of himself. So I'll leave a little one of those pop-up things. I don't know what they're called because they're not annotations, but one of those little pop-up things that'll redirect you to his Twitch page, as well as a link to his Twitch page and his Twitter in the description. But yeah, super cool dude. I actually made my stream layout. I'm not going to do it for this because it's a post-narrated Wi-Fi battle, not in the stream. But next time you catch my stream, I'll have a layout, and he's the one who did it. So, like I said, go check him out. Super cool dude. But anyways, back to this game. This is actually some PU action. I've been feeling PU a little bit more lately. I don't know, it's just something about Oras OU. It's not my gig. But so, like I said, I've been feeling the PU a little bit more. I built this team a while ago. Like, I think I built it like at least 2 months ago on stream, if not more. The cool thing about this team is that it utilizes Tank Regice, which is just max HP, max special attack with Rest Talk, and then Bolt Beam. Pretty cool. Pretty much everything else is standard. Toxic Electabuzz is pretty cool. That's the hit Camerupt. I guess I could run like HP Water for that, but Toxic hits more things. It also hits Opposing Electrics and Scarf Midiana, which you don't really see at all, but ever since 4th gen NU, I've been a big fan of Scarf Midian. I don't know why. I just like it, but looking at his team, Mergice absolutely demolishes him once he can get rid of Krokorok, and Malferno should be good. Luxray could be a problem if it's a physical set, but if it's not a physical set, then like I said, Mergice will be able to handle that. And if it is a physical set, then hopefully Metang plus Electabuzz should be able to handle things. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it in. So yeah. So there's the OST, just a neat little thing I thought I'd add. Put it up there at the top. So, and as I'm going to lead Metang, he's going to end up leading Monferno. Probably predicting me to lead Metang. I'm going to go ahead and switch out of my Metang because I can't stand, obviously, and I have a pretty safe switching in Wartortle. These usually don't run Grass Knot or anything in this tier, so I figure I should be able to just switch in Wartortle pretty safely. He predicts that switch out, goes for U-turn. Smart play by his part. And he's going to end up bringing in Luxray. This is really dangerous because, like I said, I don't know what this Luxray set could be running. But I got to get out of there. I think Electabuzz should be a pretty safe switch, and I think Electabuzz is going to be what I want to switch out to. Yep. And if he's physical, then I do have a Violite on this Electabuzz. Oh, it actually shows me Toxic, which is quite weird, because from my experience, the Electabuzzes, not the Electabuzzes, the Luxrays are usually either physical, like Choice Banded or Life Orb, or they're specially based, but it seems like Doom is actually running a utility set. I can't recall ever seeing that set ever, but when you think about it with Intimidate, it's pretty cool in this tier, so I like the set, and I actually like Doom's team overall. So anyways, he's going to go to Krokorok. I'm going to fire for Toxic. If I recall correctly, this is his only Stealth Rock user. Monferno gets rocks too, but I don't really consider Monferno a very good rock setter, so anyways, I just Toxic, trying to get Toxic off on the Luxray since it seems to be some sort of utility variant. We're just going to switch out to Krokorok. That's all as well. And if he's Scarf Krokorok, I don't want to take that. And if he's like a Violator or some type of bulky set, then I don't know if Focus Blast will KO. So I'm going to switch out of there anyways. Go to Mightyena because I figure he's either going to go for like rocks or he's going to go for knockoff or something. So I figure that Mightyena is going to be a pretty good switch. And then I think I'm just going to go for a Play Rough. Just trying to scout what his initial answer is to this Mightyena. And right now I'm not sitting in a very good spot. Got the lead matchup wrong. He's got rocks up on me because the Krokorok is the rock setter. This Luxray looks like it's going to be painting for me. I didn't really predict that Luxray switch too well, to be completely honest. And I'm not sitting in a good spot. We're off to a pretty poor start. I'm not in a position where I can't rebound, but I'm off to a poor start for sure. So anyways, I'm going to go to Metang. He's going to reveal to me that he has Roar. I didn't even know this thing got Roar, but apparently it does, and apparently it's he's got it on this particular set, which is kind of weird because I don't think he has spikes, but it's going to work out. And he ends up getting my War Turtle, of course. Literally the one thing that I couldn't have in here. So now something else has to take rocks damage. Something else has to take like a Toxic if he wants to do that. Just whatever. It's not in a good spot. We're not in a good spot right now. He ends up going for the Toxic. My best guess is predicting Grumpig to come in and wanting to get a Toxic off on that, but Grumpig carry Heal Bell in this tier quite a bit, so that play was a little interesting to me. I don't know why you wouldn't Roar again or go for the electric move, but I'm not complaining. I'm going to take that, and this time I think I'm going to go for the Focus Blast, predicting the Krokorok to come in. If not, I think I go for a Toxic and then for a Focus Blast on the follow-up. Now I just go for the Focus Blast directly because Krokorok was his initial switch in, and I'm going to be able to hit that. And down goes the Krokorok. Yeah, let's change the song here. Alright, boss. Alright. So this is all from the Blade Blue Chrono Phantasma Extended OST. So go check out that game, or check out the OST if you want. So anyways, like I said, Krokorok goes down, and this is really good for me. So actually right here, hold on, this is, plays happen right here. So I take out the Krokorok, which means if I can get the opportunity to Rapid Spin, because those rocks are putting a lot of pressure on my team. So if I get the opportunity to Rapid Spin, I'm in a really good spot by killing the Krokorok. Now he's going to go out to Monferno. Obviously I'm going to get out of there. I'm going to go to Metang. Just kind of sacking it, because I don't really have anything else that I would want to switch in there. And he goes for Flare Blitz. And I remember in my chat he's like, yes, I predicted that. But that's actually not a good play. He should have gone for the U-turn right there. U-turn was definitely the better play right there. It was better than the Flare Blitz for sure, because what happens now is that, yes, I lose my Metang, but I was throwing Metang in there anyways as a fodder because I didn't have anything else that I wanted to switch in there. But now what it gives me the opportunity to do is not only go for the Rapid Spin and get rocks off of my side of the field, which is going to benefit me quite a bit because it's putting a lot of pressure on my team. But he also gives me the momentum back. And like I said, we were in a pretty tough position earlier in the game, despite it being 6-6, because he had complete control of the offensive momentum. And me sacking off Metang right there, and him going for Flare Blitz, gave me control of the offensive momentum back. It also got more chip damage on that Monferno, which, like I said in team preview, is one of the biggest threats to my team. So he thought it was a good play initially. After the game, I told him what was up. And that actually turned out to be the moment in the game where I got back into it, because I got the momentum back, and I got the rocks off of my side of the field, and I got damage off of Monferno. So anyways, here's my Regice. Regice is going to wall the shit out of this. I figure that he's just going to stay in there, try and PP stall, because I think it'll benefit me more in the long run because I have the rest and he doesn't. But we can, like, neither one of us can really hurt each other too bad, so it's probably going to come down to like a PP stall or something in the Kragno versus Regice matchup. I'm just going to go for, I think, a Thunderbolt. It doesn't hurt Luxray too bad. He shows Snarl. I'm just going to go ahead and stay in because I figure that since he's a utility set, even if he has a physical move, it's not going to hurt me too bad. And just fire off an Ice Beam and see how much this does. It does a surprising amount, but I'm guessing that since he's Intimidate, he's probably more invested on the Phys Def side. Goes for Snarl right there. He kind of had it derp because of Clear Body. It doesn't lower the special attack. So he's just going to go for a Toxic right there, because he doesn't really have a safe switch into this besides Kragno, which, like I mentioned, the way I'm going to deal with that is try and force like a PP stall, because I don't really have a good switch into Kragno, but he doesn't have a good switch into Regice. But like I said, I'll be able to come out on top of that situation because I have the rest. So I can just not attack for those 2 turns and come out on top of that situation with more PP. So it goes for Toxic. Not going to be a big deal because, like I mentioned, I'm Rest Talk. And being able to kill that Luxray is really nice, because I was definitely an annoyance to my team. Let's go to Grumpig. I don't think Grumpig is going to be doing too much for me at this point in the game. And I just need to sack stuff to get this Monferno out of here. I don't really know what my game plan at this point is going to be to deal with the Monferno. It's probably going to end up me taking a hit with something. and trying to trade with it because it's at so low health. But we'll see. So he's going to go with the Simipour. I'm just going to side Grumpig because I don't have a switch in that I feel comfortable with. I'd rather save the War Turtle to try and come in on the Monferno later and deal with it that way. I'm going to end up getting a Psychic on there thanks to the clutch 1 HP live. And get some nice little damage on the Simipour. The Simipour was also potentially threatening. Potentially. I did have the Electabuzz to kind of deal with it. But yeah, I got some nice little damage there on the Simipour. I guess because the Monferno took that damage from earlier, I think that my Mightyena Sucker Punch, it can't quite take it out, but after this Crunch, which he switches into this directly, again, kind of peculiar considering that he had a couple of other switch-ins on his team which were better. Now he's in the Sucker Punch range from my Mightyena, so I think that's going to be my way to deal with it now that he's taking this Crunch damage. I'm gonna go to War Turtle right here. I guess I don't really have anything better to do, and I could actually take 2 more close combats, which is surprising. War Turtle's pretty fat. I do have Rest on this War Turtle actually, but I can't really go for it because my Grumpig is dead, and that's my Heal Belly. So I think I'm just gonna go for the Scald right here. Maybe in hindsight I should have gone for Rest anyway, to keep War Turtle around for longer later in the game to deal with the Monferno. But like I said, in hindsight, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make a difference either way. I'm going to end up saving my War Turtle anyways, just for switch fodder, especially when I still have this Regice. And if I need something to switch in and fodder into Monferno, War Turtle's my guy. He's going to end up going for Hidden Power, looks like HP Fighting. I think he told me after the game that it was HP Fighting for Poniard. But Regice is really fat. I don't know why this thing is in this tier. Like, it has what? Base, 80 HP, base 200 defense. Like, why is this in PU? This mon is good. It has good special attack too, and it's not even like its defense is bad. Its defense is just average. Like, the only thing bad about this mon is like its low speed and it being an ice type. But like, Regice is good, dude. Like, why is, I don't understand why this mon is in PU. But I'm gonna take advantage of it while it's still in PU. So he's gonna try and attack me. I'm gonna end up going for the Rest. Like I said, just trying to force Cryogonal to burn more PP and try and set it up later in the game. He's going to recognize this and switch out. He's going to go to Monferno directly. Again, really risky. I think I'd go for this Sleep Talk directly right here instead of just going straight for the Rest because I still have 16 more Sleep Talks. Yeah, I do. And yeah, he's going to switch out. Yeah, he switched out to his Monferno right here directly. Again, these plays, the second half of the game, are with his Monferno have been a little questionable, like switching it into just random things. Especially because this is like Scarf Monferno. It's not Eviolate Monferno. So it's not going to be taking those hits too well. And yeah, I needed 2 out of 3 chance to get the hit that I needed. Do get it. I'm going to stay in right here because I don't think this Simipour can hurt me with anything besides maybe Focus Blast, which probably won't do too much. It goes and shows me Low Kick, which does a nice little chunklet. It does 2 a KO. But not going to be enough to take me out, so I just again need a 2 out of 3 roll to try and take out the Simipour. Do get it, and now I can take out the Simipour, so Regice is going in right now. Picked up 2 KOs, and I think at this point Regice, I think Regice can handle the game himself pretty much. But we'll see. He still has this Cryogonal, which is pretty annoying, but like I said, I think that Regice can solo the Cryogonal just via PP stall with like Rest. So, like I said, we'll just see how the game goes. I'm actually not going to Rest. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt. Kind of risky. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I was feeling myself a little bit, because especially after the start, I was like, we're in it right now, boys. We're in it. But that was not the right attitude to have, because if he crit me with this Hidden Power right here, I think I was a goner. We'll see how much that does. Maybe not, actually, because that did, what, 33? So 33 plus like 16, 33 plus 16, 49. Maybe I was a goner. Who knows? But it doesn't matter because he doesn't get a crit, and I can rest up. I'm going to decide to switch over here just to save everyone's time. Go to the Electabuzz, because my Electabuzz is pretty low, and I can get off a Toxic, and Cryogonal doesn't run Rest, and I don't think he has a Heal Bell on his team. So what I can do is just go out to my Electabuzz, go for the Toxic, and just expedite the process. I could stay in there with Regice if I really wanted to, and just PP stall him out. like I said, but I can just fire off a Toxic and expedite the process faster. And getting rid of this Cryogonal. And I mean, I have Mightyena too, which can clean. Can it clean up at this point? Oh yeah, I think Mightyena can clean up at this point, so. And as like I said, I'm just going to go for the Toxic. In case it comes down to Regice versus Cryogonal, I'll be in the advantageous position. In reality, though, I should have gone for like a Psychic or something. So that Cryogonal will be able to get Mightyena's Crunch range. And I think it could just clean with Mightyena right here. Crunch or Sucker Punch. They have the same base power, but I think I outspeed everything at this point, so I can just go for a Crunch. At this point, though, I think it's just inside min damage, because min damage is 96, and I think that's like 90... He looks like it's at like 91 or 92 or something. So anyways, the Toxic worked out. It's just that if I didn't land the Toxic, because it's only 90% accurate, then I wouldn't have been able to go out to Mightyena, and then he would have killed me anyways. So the better play right there probably would have been to Psychic, and just clean up with Mightyena. But, like I said, I got lucky. I ended up going for Toxic. Hit. And now I could just go out to Mightyena and clean up. So that's going to be the game. GG's Doom. I win, what, 2-0? Maybe 3-0? I don't remember if Warturtle was still alive. 2-0 or 3-0. But it was still a pretty good game. He played pretty well. I already talked to him on stream about this, but the big thing that where he messed up was versus my Metang going for Flare Blitz. And just looking for the short-term kill instead of the long-term, like... the long-term advantage of maintaining offensive momentum, because that's something that I see a lot of players do, where instead of here I'm gonna pause the music, but that's something that I see a lot of players do instead of thinking long-term about how they're gonna win the game and the position that they're in, versus just trying to get the short-term kill. I think that's kind of where the game went wrong. Because him killing my Metang got the damage off on Monferno, and it let me get the momentum back. So that's why that point in the game was so important. But otherwise, he played pretty well. I really like his team, actually. Like I said, it's a pretty clever team. I like that Luxray set a lot. But yeah, GG's to Doom. Go check out his Twitch. He's been streaming a lot recently, so go give him a follow. And at the very least, go check him out. And yeah, GG's anyways, and peace, friends.